Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening. I'm Tracy Thorpe, Superintendent at Pioneer Technology Center, and it is always my pleasure and my honor to welcome you all to any of our graduation events. And we're excited to be hosting this fall's Basic Peace Officer Academy graduation. I want to be sure and thank all the families and friends who are here tonight and are joining us to celebrate your Academy participants' graduation. We know that the encouragement and the support that you all provide is very instrumental in the success that they are here to display tonight. So thank you again for coming and for all of your support throughout this academy. I also want to make a special thank you to our sponsoring and partner agencies. It is invaluable the support that you all provide to us as we provide these academies. Your unwavering support, your assistance, and the contribution that you offer of resources and trainers is fundamental to the success of these academies. So thank you so much. Partnering agencies for this academy are the Council on Law Enforcement Education and Training, Blackwell Police Department, Kay County District Attorney Office, Kay County Sheriff's Office, Ponca City Police Department, and Tonkawa Police Department. I would also like to recognize our Board of Education. Without their support, we couldn't do what we do at Pioneer Tech. On our board are Rachel Shuey-Bunny, who's with us tonight, J.D. Solik, Lawrence Belil, Gay Norris, and Debbie Leeming. I'd also like to recognize some of our Pioneer Tech staff who are here tonight. Tucker Hodson is our Basic Peace Officer Certification Coordinator, and Cale Goff is our Executive Director of Full-Time Programs. And thank you also to Terry Bush, our Communications and Marketing Coordinator, for being here to help us with the media. So these academies truly embody our mission at Pioneer Technology Center, which is enhancing lives and securing futures. And as graduates, you will live this mission daily. You are going to be enhancing lives and securing the futures of the citizens you serve. So thank you. Thank you for choosing this noble pathway of law enforcement. You will undoubtedly face challenges, difficult situations, and we have every confidence that you will work tirelessly to build a safer and better community. So we wish each of you a heartfelt congratulations from the entire PTC team, and we look forward to seeing you in the communities you serve. At this time, Manuel Reyes will come forward for the fall class speaker.
All right. Good evening, everyone. I am Officer Manuel Reyes. I'm with the Tonkawa Police Department, and I would like to begin with saying that it is a privilege to stand before you today, and it is my pleasure to be speaking to everyone, as well as my fellow graduates of the class of BPOC 25-2. I would like to take this chance to thank each and every person for being here present and showing your support for those of us graduating here tonight and for those in law enforcement already. I would also like to thank all of you graduating members for answering the call of service and sacrifice with me while undertaking the strenuous yet noble path of law enforcement. I want to take everyone back a little bit. On July 7th of 2025, me and 6 other individuals entered the world of law enforcement through the Basic Peace Officer Certification Academy, or BPOC, or BPOC, as we like to call it. Personally, when we started, I believed that the best way of getting through this academy and completing the course was going to be pushing through and keeping to myself. Boy, however, was I wrong. I was quickly humbled, and I learned that not only in this academy, but in this profession, that assumption was far from the truth. This BPOC Academy challenges us all physically, mentally, and academically in ways that we had never foreseen. During our time at BPOC, we received physical training, classroom, simulations, and practical sessions, all with the intended goal of preparing us for what is to come, what is to be expected of us, and what we need to be the best that we can in our profession. We put in hours of work. We learned, we fought, we sweat, and we even bled on our journey to the end of this academy. We pushed through every obstacle that stood in our path and persevered time and time again. All of this training so that we can stand here today triumphant and ready and prepared to answer the calls to service that are inevitable to come. We know now that we must continue to be outstanding. We must continue to work hard. And we must always demonstrate great integrity in the executions of our duties. We do this to keep the continued trust of our families, friends, and our communities, as they deserve no less from us at all times. I would like to speak on the importance of honesty, integrity, as well as hard work, and how far it can take us. I'm certain that any chief, captain, lieutenant, sergeant, any kind of supervisor would agree that in our course of profession, we will face challenges throughout our careers. We will be challenged to stay honest in our reports. We will be tempted to throw away our integrity when others are not watching. And we will find ourselves in some of the most difficult situations that we will ever have to experience. However, I implore you, my fellow graduates, to always remember the values instilled in you, not only by this academy, but by our families and loved ones who depend on us to do what is right so that we may always make it home at the end of our shifts. That being said, in my fellow graduates, I see unbounded potential, I see excellence, and I see the drive to succeed from each and every one of you. In closing, allow me to say that these last 4 months were arduous, intense, and exhausting. They were of high caliber, though, in knowledge, experience, and instructions. The elevated quality of this training was only made possible by the professional, experienced, and exemplary instructors and officers who gave us their time and undivided attention to bring out our uttermost potential. All of the astounding instructors that guided us through our first steps into law enforcement has set us up with a solid foundation that we can build not only our careers, but our communities upon. With that foundation, I can see within my fellow graduates, future chiefs, future wardens, captains, endless possibilities. Every one of us is capable of making our communities a safer place. So just remember to always do your best, work hard, demonstrate integrity in all that you do, and remember, everyone is counting on us. I wish for all of our safety out there. Congratulations, and God bless us all. Thank you.
Is that your biggest fan? All right, thank you, Manny. That was good. Good afternoon, everyone. My name's Tucker Hodson. I have had the pleasure of being the director of the BPOC Academy. Tonight, I also get the honor of introducing the guest speaker for the graduation. And you all are blessed because you don't have to listen to me for the next 10 or 15 minutes. Okay. Whatever he decides on. Tonight's speaker is a representative from the Oklahoma State House of Representatives from the 19th District. He is a vice chair of the House Public Safety and Tourism Committee and a member of the Judiciary and Public Safety Oversight Committee. He has a background in law enforcement, corrections, business administration, and ranching, and probably a whole bunch of other stuff. He's come a long ways to join us today, for, this evening. Please welcome him, Justin Humphrey.
Hey, bring that kid back in and teach him say, JJ, JJ. I need to take him on campaign with me. Guys, I just want to congratulate you. you know, my son just graduated as a law enforcement officer as well, and I got another son that just graduated airborne. So it's really quite an honor. It's a really big deal, and I can remember almost 40 years ago when I did it, you know, so been a while. But there's some things that I would just like to share, and we're going to go really quick. We're not going to be 45 minutes, thank goodness. That's the first thing they teach you in politics. Don't overextend you. You're welcome. But the thing that I do want to tell you is that when I became a law enforcement officer as a young person, things changed over 40 years. Things changed. So I want to try to enlighten you with some of the things that I've learned out of those 40 years. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to talk to you about 3 situations that I've went through. And one of the first one is as a legislator. And so the Moore police chief, his name's Todd, he is one of the best presenters I've ever seen. And we had him up to do a study. And so, you know, as an officer, you get this kind of, hey, I'm tough and I don't have trauma, doesn't affect me, and all this stuff that you're going to see. Guys, what he showed, he came and did a class, and he showed a film, and I'll never forget, there was a big crowd in there. We had a good crowd, and he showed this film of some officers having to respond to a child drowning. So before the ambulance gets there, these 3 officers are trying to do CPR on this small child. And this is an actual filming. And guys, it was so intense, we had people leaving the room. We had people that had to get up and leave the room. It was intense. And when it got done, what happened, the ambulance got there. These 3 officers turned the scene over to them. They walked out down an alley to their cars, and they're out there decompressing. They're out there trying to talk it through and talk to each other about what just happened. And while they're sitting there talking, they get a call for a domestic. And if you've ever been on domestics, they can be pretty chaotic and a lot of stuff. And what it showed and what he was showing is that you're going to go from sitting still to maybe in a gunfight. You're going to go from kids dying to people screaming at each other, and you're the one trying to make sense of it all and say, calm, separate them for sure, and watch your back, okay? Those are dangerous. Dangerous situations, and if you think that that doesn't bother you, if you think that seeing somebody mangled in pieces doesn't bother you, it does. It stays with you. And if it doesn't bother you, then there's something wrong, okay? That's something wrong too. So guys, we see more suicide. We see divorces. We see, you know, alcoholism and all kinds of stress problems. And guys, I want to tell you right now, this is a job, and it's an awesome job. And you're going to be awesome people for our community and the pride of the community. But don't take the job home with you. Take some time. So that's the second thing I learned. And here's how I had to learn it. When I was 50 and I first decided to run for representative, they have a deal. I'm sure y'all have it up here. Y'all ever heard of a wild cow milking? Well, I got into wild cow milking, and they tell you that if you crawl over the fence and you're 50 years old and everybody else in there is 20, Scooby-Doo would call that a clue. You probably shouldn't go, but I didn't listen. I just said, rut row. I went ahead and climbed on over. You know, I want to tell everybody we did get our cow milked. We did milk our cow. She was dry. I spit in the cup. I cheated. That's what experience gets you, okay? But I cheated. But when we let the cow loose, she spun around, hit me in the hip, knocked me down. I thought it was funny. I got up, walked the length of the arena. But when I went to throw my leg over the fence, I almost passed out. Long story short, knocked out half my hip, walked for 9 months with no hip. They finally found out that I'd shattered that whole thing, and we found out that I had bone cancer, and saved my life because we found it out early, got my hiney cut off, and now I've got a metal. That's why I turn this side when they go to chewing on me. I just turn that side to them. But here's the thing. I learned something out of that. And I learned that everything can be going good today, Everything's going to be fun. Everything's all right. And in 1 minute, the whole world could be sucked out from under you. And when you're sitting there looking at a doctor and you're asking him, Doc, do I have 2 weeks? Do I have 2 weeks? Do I have a month? And he can't answer you. And he's telling you, I don't know. I don't know if you're going to die today. And then you have to call your kids and tell them about that. It's pretty tough. It's pretty tough. And there's a singer that I really like. He got a song, Live Like I Was Dying. And I want to read y'all something because I hope you never have to go and get your big old dose of cancer. And I hope you never have to look at a doctor and have them tell you that, to listen to these words. I want you to hear something. It says, I went skydiving. I went Rocky Mountain climbing. Guys, take some time off. Take some time off. Go deer hunting. Go take your kids to the, you know what I'm saying? Go enjoy life. Don't make this. I know officers, and officers get consumed. They get consumed with the job, okay? And it's a great job, and it is something to be proud of and do. But at the same time, go take a little time for yourself. It said, I went 2.7 seconds on a bull named Fu Manchu. Try to go 8. 2.7 is not good enough. Here's the deal. Take some chances. Take some chances. I mean, guys, don't spend your life wondering, when I tap out, when I go home, when I tap out, guess what? I'm going to put it, it's all been on the field. I'm going to give it everything I got. I run for office. When I get done with that, I've got some things that I'm going to try to do. I'm never going to quit trying to achieve the next goal, have the next mountain to climb, do the next thing, set some goals, have some fun. Here's the part I really want you to listen to. And love deeper and speak sweeter. Guys, don't forget when you come home, don't take your job out on your wife. Man, leave the hat, take the boots off when you come in the door, put them on when you go out. Don't take people's anger and what you've had to deal with home. Love your family, love your kids, love your wife, and talk sweeter, because I've been around a police station, and it's hard not to take that stuff home, and it's hard not to take all of that. But remember, your family comes first. Give forgiveness that you've been denying. Had a wise man tell me one time, hating people is like drinking poison and waiting for the other man to die. Unforgiveness will eat you up. Guys, people are not going to treat you right. People are going to get mad at you. And guess what? You'll get mad back at them. And you have to learn, you know what? That comes with the job. Learn how to forgive. Learn how to let it go. Don't hold that inside. That's what causes stress. That's what will eat you up. He said, and someday I hope that you get the chance to live like you're dying. I hope you don't have to wait until you get that kind of, guys, think about what I'm saying today. It's very, very important for your job. And then the last thing that I want to tell you is what a trooper told me a long time ago, and it stuck. And guys, I'm not trying to be rude here. I'm just trying to be the way it is, okay? So, had old trooper, he pretty smart old boy. He said, when you pull somebody over, you're an SOB. You write them a ticket, and you're a dirty SOB, okay? Either way, you're an SOB. Now, guys, I don't know if y'all have ever been stopped. Anybody in here ever been stopped? I've been stopped. I ain't never liked a guy stop me, you know what, even when I was in law enforcement, you know. So remember that when you're stopping somebody, they're not going to like it. They're not going to be happy with it. If you have to give them a ticket, they're really not going to be happy with it. But guess what? You're an SOB until when? Until they need you. Until they call for you, and then you're their hero, okay? And that's how quickly it will change. You will go from being the hero to being the bad guy, and guys, you can't take that personally. That's what you call being professional. And then the last thing I just want to tell you, if you were to go back when I graduated, no cameras, guess what? It was just a different day. Guys, law enforcement was a different day then. Guys, there's a camera on every street. Just assume you're being filmed, whether you got the camera or somebody else has got the camera. Guys, I don't know if you're paying attention, but domestic terrorism, what's coming home, we're talking about war abroad. Guess what? You got battles here. I'll never forget that I was out turkey hunting and got a call to go to the Oklahoma City bombing. And I will never forget, they sent us in the back way. And when we come into the back way, it looked like a war zone. Windows blowed out, buildings laid sideways, unprepared for it. And, you know, guys, I didn't think that bothered me one bit. Recently, for the first time, I went to the Oklahoma City Bombing Museum, and I walked around there and seen a picture of a guy kneeling down. His kid had been killed in that bomb, and he had crossed our line, and we were going to go move him back across the picket line, and people were going, hey, he lost his kid. And we just all kind of backed up, and somebody had taken a picture of that. And I walked around there and saw that picture, and I'm not an emotional person, but I had to go back around the corner and go, oh, son, get a hold of yourself. You're going to start tearing up a little bit. Those things affect you. Guys, that is the kind of world we're living in right now, and it's you guys. And we think we're out here in the country. Guess what? We are in the heartland, and we have seen it before, and you are the guys, whether it's tornadoes or whether it's domestic or whether it's riots or whether it's the state of Oklahoma calling for you or your city or your town or just your neighbors. You're the guys that when everything is wrong, man, we're looking up, and when we see you coming, we're proud to see you. And I want to tell you something, very proud of y'all today, proud that Oklahoma has you, and I hope you'll do pride to your job. Thank you.
All right, as you guys saw in that video, there's a lot these cadets have gone through and endured in the last 16 weeks, including some long days and nights fighting on the mats, through some pretty brutal workouts and some pretty aggressive instructors at times. They were been taught in defensive tactics, and we had a broken rib you probably saw the guy holding his chest there, but he survived. We had another person fall 5 foot off the ground, straight onto his back, but everybody's okay. We are going to make it. There's still some bruises to their egos anyway. Several driving days through difficult courses, high speeds, and 3 lovely nights in the best that the federal government could provide us. At least from 75 years ago. Several days shooting on the ranges, the gun ranges, learning gun safety, how to properly use firearms, and some of them even hit the targets they were aiming at. Probably the hardest part for them is staying awake during all the teaching blocks that we have to set in through the classroom and the PowerPoint presentations. Probably the hardest for them. Just each cadet has completed a total of 13 written exams, and I can now announce to you that they have all met the requirements of the Oklahoma Council on Law Enforcement Education and Training as set forth in the Oklahoma Statutes, Title 70, Section 3311, to be certified or eligible for certification as basic peace officers in the state of Oklahoma. So, I wondered at times, but that said, I have a couple of awards I'm going to give out before we do anything else. The first award given out is to the top shot. Everyone in the class shot very well. In fact, they were the fastest class to all get qualified. This award goes to the cadet who shot the highest average of all the pistol qualification scores. This was close, but the cadet continually improved, and the award's going to go to Brantley Presnell. And the second award we're giving out is the Academic Achievement Award. This award goes to the cadet who had the highest percentage score on all the block exams. This is always a highly contested award, and there's usually several people within just a point or two of winning it. But with a total overall average of 96%, the award goes to Brant Dillon. Okay, you want to get up here? This is your part.
All right, now this is what we've all been waiting for. If you're going to be pinning the badge on the graduates, just know that we're going to follow in line in the program unless I mess up, which is possible. But to start things off, we're going to recognize the first graduate. So, Brant Dillon. Yes. Brant's badge will be pinned by wife Sally Dillon and Captain Trin Barrows. Come on up. Yes, absolutely.
They weren't here for the walkthrough, were they?
No, they weren't.
He was supposed to tell them. Oh, hide. Careful going up.
Next, we have Brantley Presnell. Badge pinning will be conducted by Dad Darren Presnell. The next graduate is Doug Thomas, whose badge will be pinned by wife Mackenzie Thomas and Captain Trin Barrows. The next graduate is Eric Costello. His badge will be pinned by wife Wesley Costello and Captain Trin Barrows. Next, we have Jacob Freeman, whose badge will be pinned by wife Sierra Freeman and children Presley, Aspen, Carter, and Kia. You're a natural. The next graduate to be recognized is Josiah Bosworth. Badge pinning will be conducted by Michaela Bosworth. And the final graduate of the evening is Manuel Reyes, whose badge will be pinned by wife Cheyenne and son Marco.
Cadets, families, friends, I just want to say thank you all. From the bottom of my heart, it does mean a lot that you guys come here and I get to know you, get to be a part of your lives, your careers. Just a small part, but I do enjoy it a lot, immensely. Families, thanks for letting them come. My hope is that you guys learned a lot of life lessons, and I'm going to be short. I'm not going to take too much of y'all's time, but we as instructors, I did a little bit of instructing. We as instructors, we pushed you guys because we want you to know that the weight of the badge that you now wear, it represents trust. Trust of a community, of your fellow officers, and of this nation. Don't ever forget it, okay? It can be kind of heavy. Don't take it for granted. The badge you wear is not a symbol of authority, but of service. It's a promise to stand between order and chaos, to uphold justice without prejudice, and to protect the rights and dignity of every person that you encounter. Never forget that every interaction is an opportunity to build trust and show the best of who you are. My hope is that the training will sustain you when the nights are long, the calls are hard, and the choices are complex. When times get tough, fall back on your morals, your values, your integrity, what you know is right and what you know is wrong. Fall back on that. Audience, as we close out this program and we send these cadets out to serve their communities, I hope you don't mind if I take a minute to pray for them. Along with your support, I believe it's one of the most important things we can do for them as they go out into the dark nights and dangerous streets of our society. So please pray with me. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for these men and women and their families. Thank you for their devotion to give a portion of their lives to the service of others. Grant them wisdom in every decision, courage in every challenge, and compassion in every encounter. May they wear their badge not as a symbol of power, but as a reminder of their duty to uphold justice, peace, and integrity. Protect them, Lord, as they step into a world that can be uncertain at times. Surround them with your shield of safety while they're in their patrol cars, on their beats, in their communities, and in their hearts. May they always return home safe to their families who support them. I lift up their families and their loved ones as well, who have stood beside them with faith. Bless them for their sacrifices and their unwavering encouragement. And most of all, Lord, I pray that they would reconcile themselves with you and secure their eternity in heaven. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. The class is going to be walking out pretty soon. Please hang around and have some refreshments. There's some cookies and water over there. Take photographs, chat, enjoy the rest of the evening. Yes, sir. You guys hear that? Okay. Just as a reminder, there will be photographs and stuff taken by our staff available on the Pioneer Tech Facebook page. Class, congratulations. Welcome to Law Enforcement Brotherhood. And don't be strangers, okay? All right.